Hello, people. It's your boy Usmaan back again with another fan calling show. The show for you, the fans, to come have your say after every single game. If you haven't already, go and follow me on Usmaan. Talk tonight. I tweet out the link. Opportunity for you guys to call in, have your say regarding the result. Manchester United have just drawn 1-1 to West Bromwich Albion, which now means we have got one win in the last 5 games. I'm not taking the stats myself. That's just what the lads in the group chat are saying, so I'm going to take their word for it. But nonetheless, we will be discussing today's game. And yeah, like for me personally, there's a lot of factors that we need to discuss. I'm sure a lot of you can be very opinionated. Some of you are going to be passionate, you can be pissed, whatever it may be. Listen, win, draw, lose, or in this case, a draw. We're here. Usmaan Talk tonight. Go to the Twitter page if you want to come have your say live on air. You don't have to show your face. If you're not comfortable in doing so, you can come and just basically do audio, whatever you want to do, man. But listen, without further ado, let's get our first guest in. As always, make sure you drop like, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in. We've got someone saying Bruno. I'm assuming that's a rival fan. But look, I'm going to take the banter. It is what it is. Not that many can banter us unless you're a Man City fan, because everybody's kind of shit at the moment. Anyways, without further ado, first guest. We got the pastor all the way from Ghana. He's back in the hometown in London. But it's not happy. It's not happiness. Man's return. Hashtag Benji back. God, bro, I was hoping it was on better terms. But what can we expect from this team? First and foremost, my pleasure having you back. But, Benji, I know you very well, so I can already imagine how you're feeling. But, talk to me, man. Man United dropping points again, very stupidly, some would say. What are your thoughts on the game?
Funny, very, very, very funny game. The first one, the lineup didn't warrant 2 defensive midfielders. But the thing is, it's not about the players that were chosen; it's the way we set up. McTominay should have been going further forward from the start. It's like I think you tweeted out about Big Sam and you put in capital letters about Big Sam and why do you have 2 DMs or something. But you can have. It's not even about the formation. It's about because at the end of the day, Bayern Munich last year they played a 4-2-3-1. Okay, and they played Goretzka and a kind of a box and they had Thiago, deep line playmaker.
Yeah.
But everyone in like our team or one of our fan base think we have to have a proper tackler in midfield to actually play football and actually do whatever. Yeah. You don't actually have to do that in a sense. You can actually play towards your strengths going forward. But I feel like the way McTominay's been on a streak, he shouldn't keep making him just sit there and sit back. That's number 1.
It's just baffling.
Yeah, number 2, the subs came on again late. Like, as you know, we all play football. It's cold. And it's in Birmingham. I don't know, Birmingham, West Brom, Birmingham, yeah. Donny Van de Beek will take like 5 minutes to warm up. Then he'll actually, to get into the game, it's the 80th minute. It's like, why does he wait so long to make
I think Jack's, I'm assuming this is Jack. You can probably tell me. I think it's Jack. But he's put Martial out. It's got to be Jack, right? Is it Jack? Jack,
yeah,
don't worry about it.
It is.
Oh, okay, I thought it was. I wasn't sure. I
thought,
I'll come to that comment in a second first, last brother. But yeah, Jack, don't worry. We'll talk about Martial. I can't even defend him anymore. I'm not going to defend him anyways. But as you were saying, man, I hear you, man. I hear you. The substitutions, man.
I'm not even blaming Oli because I don't have time to start screaming Oli out. Everyone knows my opinions on that already.
Absolutely.
If you haven't, you're definitely a new subscriber. But it's one of those things where it's like I'm tired of complaining. I'm tired of moaning. I'm tired of ranting. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of breath.
100%.
When you know that nothing's gonna change at the end of the day, like I said it in a group chat today, that Bruno basically saved Oli, and that's what happens all the time. That's what every time. The last season, like we 100%. Have players to save Oli Gunnar Solskjaer. There's no difference, like, but we think that Oli's some kind of mastermind. Now look at us. We're gonna be 3 points behind in front of Chelsea, and they
is that it?
If Chelsea beat Newcastle, we're 3 points ahead of them or something like that, and they sacked their manager. So it's like, as we look so comfortable going for the league and everyone was screaming, I was just sitting back like, no problem. Now we're in the race for top 4, and we might not even make top 4, and that's why it's a frustrating thing being a Manchester United fan when the team is so close, but we just don't have the right ingredients in that team to actually go to that next level. I'm not even talking about challenging for the Champions League. I'm talking about even just getting top 4. We look like we're going to even struggle to get the top 4 at the moment, and it's sad to see, man. It's sad to see.
We got a couple of good comments. I sort of put them on because some people make some good points. I hear what you said as well. I kind of at that point as well. I was saying to my cousin during the game, to be fair, I normally never text during the game, and I said I think this was after we scored. I think it was at halftime 1-1, and I was like, no, what? I'm just actually done complaining about this team because me and you and Colger in particular have been saying the same thing since June, since we started this podcast. Since we started like doing the channel with collaborations and all, we have been saying the same thing since June. And guess what? Nothing's changed. The same defensive mistakes. Benji, right? I've known Benji since June, right? And people can say that's not a long time, but we literally used to post daily content together, right? And I know this guy's football opinions quite well. And you've been saying the same thing. No patterns are played, no flipping, no identity, no X-Men. And it's just literally, it's like no one can disagree. No. And then people are gonna say, "Oh, Ollie's tactics, oh, he has got tactics." Yes, he has got tactics. We're not denying that. We're just saying he's not elite, and you need to be elite. But got a comment here from First Last. So I'm assuming you're new to the stream, not seen your name before, so make sure you do subscribe if you are new. Reached my limit with Ollie, even when. I just seen someone post about Maguire. Even when we're winning, the football has been dying. Exactly what I said 3 months ago, and people are saying I'm negative. The club needs to look in the mirror and decide what they want to do and address the fans. Look, first and foremost, the club ain't going to do shit, as Benji's already alluded to. That's not going to bloody happen. What about this for a start? From Super Red fan, he's never been a fan of Ollie, actually. 31 goals conceded in the Premier League, more than 17-18 season with Valencia, Jones, Smalling, and Young. Bro, the fact that we conceded 31 goals, right, is absolute abomination. But we're gonna have to obviously talk about Martial. We're gonna address Martial because obviously it's Jack, and I gotta give him his. I already know your thoughts, Elliot, but for those people that don't know, not just Martial, but in general, what are your thoughts, man, in terms of the attacking line? Because it looks like they're just avoiding ideas.
Nah, it's funny. I mean, I've said it all along. A lot of these players are moments players, and obviously you have to understand that a lot of these players are quite young. So, for example, Rashford and Greenwood are only like they're two quite young players. Dan James as well, a little bit young. If you don't have a pattern of playing, you don't know what you're doing when you step on the pitch. You can't expect them to do much apart from moments of brilliance. Now, if you go back and look at every one of Greenwood's goals, most of them is a moment of brilliance, a moment of madness. Like it's him doing a step over, or him doing like a volley, or him doing like a shot from outside the box. It's never like Greenwood on the back stick from a Luke Shaw cross. It's never like Greenwood on the back stick from a Wan-Bissaka cross. And when it comes to Martial and Cavani, the reason why I've simplified for them is number one, I don't think Cavani even touched the ball in the box today. If he did, I'll be very
literally surprised. Zero service.
No service. It's like, how can you play up front? I remember Gary Neville said something when we were under Van Gaal in 2015 or whatever. Aguero would struggle to play in a Van Gaal team because there's no service.
100%.
And Man United fan needs to wake up a smell of coffee that's talking about how we've improved. We're worse off now than we was when we were under Mourinho in that sense. Because Mourinho at the end of the day finished with 80 whatever points. I can't remember. He was second. He never got backed or whatever. But the football is literally the same thing. The only difference now is that we have Bruno Fernandes in that team. And Rashford's a bit older. The team is literally the same. We're playing slow football, dead football. Martial, by the time he gets the ball, there was 10 players behind the ball. So how do you expect to do anything? No matter who you are, even if you're Messi.
Look, I've got to come in with the Martial thing because he was pissing me off today. Like, look, I understand he's low on confidence, but you can't have Harry Maguire dragging the ball onto the left wing and fucking embarrassing you. Let's cut the bullshit. Like, you can say what you want about Maguire's defense, right? And we know he's not the greatest defender. But in terms of going forward, he was better than Martial by a country man today. It wasn't even close. At least he took a couple of players on, and he's got zero pace. Do you know what I mean? No dribbling ability, no pace. The guy was driving past people and trying to do something in that first half, right? And again, Martial looks we know he's shot and confidence, I know that, but you don't even do the basics, like passing the ball and moving. How many of our players actually do the basics of passing the ball and moving, apart from when it's on the wing and it's a 1-2 with a fullback? We never ever see that. They never do 1-2s in the middle of the pitch. Why is that? It's just that never happens.
Everyone's always so far away from each other. That's how funny it is. It just looks so bad. And you can't expect much from Martial and those players there, because at the end of the day, you rarely get any chances to do anything. And I know that we're top of the league for chances created, but I feel like we just take a lot of long shots. I don't think we create a lot of clear cut clinical chances. West Brom had more chances than us today, and that's the team that's at the bottom of the league. We lost against the team that's at the bottom of the league. We drew with the team that's 19th, and then we drew with the team that's 18th, I believe. So it sums it up, man.
We've got Newcastle next as well, so probably going to be another disaster. It's going to be another disaster, bro.
That's it. As a Man United fan, just strap yourselves in. Get ready for the ride. I'm not angry. I'm not ranting. I don't have time for that anymore. You know, it's my birthday coming up. I can't be getting.
Jeez.
So, but thanks for allowing me on, man. Honestly, man. I'll be watching the rest of the show, but. Guys, we're on the road to 1,000, so let's get subscribing.
I normally ask who's your man of the match, but I'm not going to. What I'm going to ask you is
man of the match was the referee, fam, for blowing the whistle. Put us out.
Yeah, but like for me personally, we didn't deserve a point, so I'm not even going to say anything about. What would we start on the penalty actually before I let you go?
The one that we had.
Yeah,
I thought it was a penalty, but obviously it's probably offside. Like, at the end of the day,
it was offside. I thought.
Yeah, but the defender, if you're playing, when you play football, the worst thing you can ever do is allow someone to get behind you. Once he's behind you, it's done. So Maguire's behind any contact you feel, he's gonna obviously go down, and that for me is a penalty. You can't if it's offside, fair enough. If it's
it did look offside. It did look offside to me. To be honest with you, I don't even know why he went down. I really don't. I was sat there thinking, well, you could have just headed the ball. You probably could have scored, like, or at least had an attempt on goal. So I don't even know why he went down. But I suppose that kind of sums it up for us, anyways. But Benji, as always, thank you for calling in. We will be back with the podcast in the coming days, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But yeah, Benji, sadly, it's not a happy return. I'll catch you in a bit, brother.
Peace.
Swift. Right, okay, to get our next guest on, if you are tuning in for the first time, as Benji said, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video. This video is for you guys to have an opportunity to come on, have your say regarding the result. Whatever you want to talk about, it's an open field. We don't discriminate regarding any opinions. Obviously, that's what the football debate is about. All you got to do is go to Usmaan Talks United, which is there. Go to the Twitter page. It literally has a link where it says call in. Hit the link and you'll come into the back of the queue. Just got another person joining the queue right now for the first time. We've got someone called Fred. I don't know if it's ads because he's a huge Fred fan, but obviously, if you can hear me, brother, I'm going to get Obi Was on and then I'll get you afterwards, of course. It is a forwarding, so it's a queue. Like I've already said, if you're not comfortable showing your face for whatever reason, that's completely fine. You can do it with audio, which you're going to see with our next two guests. Anyways, let's just get a couple of comments in before we get our next guest, a Super Red fan. The chances created stats are deceiving. Yep, completely agree. We need to stop playing McFred. I agree with that and I disagree with that. The reason I agree with that is because we need to stop playing it because of the way he approaches the game. But in the second half, when McTominay had the license to join the attack, we looked a lot more threatening for a period of time, like 15-20 minutes in the first 15-20 minutes in the second half. And that's for me how we should start the game. McTominay making that third man run into the box. Like, why is he not allowed to do that against West Brom? Big Sound West Brom. It's just stuff like that. Look, I think a lot of people have been very disrespectful to McTominay in the chat. Actually, I've got to be honest, because to be fair to him, he offers a lot going forward. He just doesn't get the opportunity to do so. Danny plays. Danny needs a run of games. Yeah, agree. Papa saying, oi. Danny's put what in reply, so there's having a shout on there, which is cool. McTominay should be playing for the likes of West Brom and Burnley. Completely disagree. Massive disrespect for McFred. Offers no protection to our defence. I do agree with that statement. But anyways, let's get on to the next guest, which of course is Obi Was Kenobi Was. Manchester United 1, West Brom 1. I'm happy we didn't do the match preview, and I'm happy I didn't do the watch along because I knew it was going to be a dead game for the watch along. To be fair, the preview we just didn't have time. The watch along, I knew it was going to be a dead game, and I just wasn't feeling it. And I was right. I had a feeling we were going to drop points there. I really did, man. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm quite disappointed actually. It's just, I don't know what to say. It's just one of those things. I knew it was going to be a tight game because obviously we just kind of, scraped the meeting at Old Trafford 1-0. So I knew it's going to be a difficult one, but I didn't expect it to be this poor from United.
After that West Ham game, I really had an inkling that we were going to drop it because without Pogba, we look dead. Like we really do. But Pogba and Bruno are so important to this team. And people don't realise what Pogba does. He sets the tempo. he gets the ball moving, like he dictates the play against these lesser teams. And I've seen someone, I think it might be Super Red, said we haven't won a game in 90 minutes since Pogba's been injured.
Well, I knew this was obvious because what happens is it all falls down to Bruno, who has to create twice as much chances because
And
obviously
score.
Pogba's. Yeah, but notice like what he was doing today. He was dropping deep where obviously the Pogba picks up the ball usually, where he drops deep and plays his long balls. But then he realized that who the hell's he playing it to?
Yeah,
Because Pogba usually plays it to him, it. So that wasn't happening. I wasn't too happy with the Scott McTominay and Fred. I know we don't really have other options as well in that kind of department. So you can, like you said, you can understand why they played. But then when you put Scott and Fred and then make them sit back, it's pointless because look, we concede anyway. What's the point protecting our back four if we're flipping and concede in the first few minutes anyway? Do you know what I mean? Just go for it. Play to your strengths. Play to, I think what Benji was saying, play to the ability of the players, isn't it? If you got attack-minded players, just go for it. We're Man United at the end of the day. I don't like this sitting back business. It's too cautious against a bottom team of the flipping league. You can't be doing that.
It shows a lot about Ali to be able to do. People will say, look, he sat them two there because we haven't got a proper defense. Well, he bought Maguire and he's choosing to play Lindelof over Bailly. So I'm not really interested in that as an excuse. These are his choices that he's making after Bailly got 2 man of the matches back to back, by the way. Got comment here from Super Red fans saying McTominay is never going to be good enough for us, Usmaan. In response to what I said regarding McTominay. McTominay is a squad player. I'm not saying McTominay should be starting week in, week out. He definitely shouldn't be. But he's a brilliant squad player, brilliant player to have off the bench. You know what to expect from him. But in terms of the defense first, we've got to discuss the defense first and foremost. Because seeing the first 2 minutes of the game was Lindelof got absolutely bullied. Like, where do we go from here? Like, the centre backs are just not good enough. And we've been saying it all season.
The thing is, we can't. We can. I mean, we've got Twanzebe and Baye sitting there. I'd rather have them two in centre back. Then I know you wouldn't ever do that, and I can understand why. Because I mean, Maguire's your captain and all that business. It takes a lot of character to drop someone like that. But I would do that tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? I would do it right away.
It's not going to happen, is it?
It's not going to happen because he won't do that. I know they won't. But at least drop flipping Lindelof. Lindelof got bullied. He got slapped for that goal. I don't know if that was a foul or not, but flipping
I do think it's a foul having watched it back.
I think because he's put his hand on his face, but still it's too soft, isn't it? And you know what? Why isn't Maguire marking that guy rather than Lindelof? Because look at the size of that striker. They've switched it around. It should be the opposite way. But even saying that, Maguire got caught out at the back as well. It was so embarrassing. And they had another couple of clear-cut chances. Same player. Is it Dini? I can't pronounce his name.
Diani.
He should have tapped it. He should have scored a hat-trick even.
Yeah, he should have definitely scored at the end. Like, for me personally, we didn't even deserve a draw, which is what I was saying. But in terms of buying Twanzebe, like, what do we do? Because we got Real Sociedad on Thursday, right? That's our only chance of winning a cup. That or the FA Cup. We kind of knew we're not going to win the league after that Sheffield United loss. I think most of it prior to that was of hope. Obviously, as fans to get happy, which is completely understandable, and we still started second. By means, it's goal difference, but I just don't know where we go from here. Like, okay, we might not win the Europa League, we might not win the FA Cup, and we might finish top 4. I know it's a lot of mites, but so what? Like, if we finish top 4, it's just like, then what? Like, it's just where do we go from here, Wes? Because we've got nothing to play for the league now. But we have, but it does feel like we got nothing to play for, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm not making excuses for Ali, but I think the Pogba injury has come at a really, really bad time. I know every other club has had injury.
But it's one injury, Thomas. You can't even mention that as an excuse.
I know because he's not going to. The thing is, he's not going to play Donny in it. So I mean, if he's going to play Donny, then at least
that's Ollie's fault, then, isn't it? Whose fault is it? Why is he not bedding him into the team? Why is he? Now
is the best chance. I mean, you can have a run of games, couple of games.
He's playing against West Brom, right? And he's playing the 2 DMs, and he's got one of them parked and sat back. Like, I just think for me personally, it's just not acceptable, man.
And you still play that first half, Usmaan, I don't know what you think, but that first half is no point playing that first half because you might as well just play one half football then, because it's actually pointless. They didn't even come out second. They didn't even do anything.
We got some random goal. Luke Shaw, to be fair to him, has been brilliant. Got another assist. But there's so many players that we haven't even mentioned, like Martial, again, your favourite player, like my favourite player, so to speak. Like, He's even on the pitch. Like,
Marsh,
honestly,
well, Marshall annoyed me today. I know people saying he didn't get service, but you know what? Him and Cavani, I'm going to say Cavani in the same bracket today because, yeah, they didn't get no like to feet kind of chances, but there was a few moments where the ball got flashed around the back, and they just didn't get into the box, into the right areas. There was a couple of times it
Hernandez must have
happened.
been there, man.
Anyone would have been there. Even Flippy Van de Beek might have even been there if he was on the pitch. But I mean, like, you just have to, from between one of them two. I know Cavani comes short and then he goes like to the back and stuff like that. They alternate, but they just get caught flat-footed and they just don't expect it.
Yeah, but I think with Cavani, I don't think you can even criticize him for movement. Like, even if what you're saying may be factual, it has to be on the other player. Because Cavani, for me, right, he occupies both the centre backs with his movement. Martial or Rashford got to be smarter, man. That's Raheem Sterling is there. Do you know what I'm saying?
They tap ins.
Raheem Sterling is there. Raheem Sterling's there, and he's tapped it in.
Exactly.
Sterling's 100% there. Like, do you know what I mean?
Great.
Like,
yeah.
These guys are there's a sleep, like I said, flat-footed. Rashford, Martial, they hardly ever run. How many times have you seen Martial make a run, back stick, and then check his run and run in front of the defender? They're like what Van Nistelrooy do or Andy Cole, like the classic striker movement. How often do you see Martial do that? You don't. His movement is not.
Wayne Rooney used to be really good at it as well.
Yeah, Rooney as well. Yeah, so that's
really
what I
good
mean.
movement.
Like, as much as I've defended Martial, and a lot of people have given me a lot of stick, and rightfully so, because he's been next to shocking this season. How much more can you defend him, Max? Like, I don't want to make this about Martial because he wasn't the only one. It was a lot of players, but it's just too many dead weight, man. There's too many players not pulling their weight.
Yeah, I mean, even his body language. I usually go with body language as well. You know how they kind of play, like the movement off the ball rather than even receiving the ball. He was coming deep. He was trying to get involved. Yeah, but still, there wasn't enough give and go. Like, there's no like real chemistry between him and like Luke Shaw, like Rashford and Luke Shaw have.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem as well. And the fact that Rashford is playing on the right, he's probably better on the left. And then you have to take Marshall out of the equation totally and put Greenwood in there. And I thought when Greenwood came on, he actually looked really lively.
I don't know why Greenwood didn't start because I thought he had a very good game against Everton.
I think he was just trying to give Marshall another game. I think he doesn't deserve that now. Yeah, I think he's not earned it. You should be on the bench now. I'm a big fan. You know what? I'm like Marshall, man.
Yeah.
Massive fan. And I was saying, just give him one more game. But I think rightly now, you just take him out of the equation and play your stronger. I think Greenwood has to start. Simple as that.
100%.
But then even Rashford. Yeah, that's another option. I mean, Diallo.
Yeah, Rashford obviously offers more in it than Martial at the moment, so we can't even say like all the way around in it. We've definitely got to do that. But Bas is having to get our last guest on, or if anyone else brings in. So as always, thank you for coming on. I'll catch you in a bit.
Safe. Cool.
No worries, Bas. Right, okay, we're gonna get our next guest on. Thank you very much for patiently waiting. As always, if you wanna come have your say, come have your say. So we've got Danny Plays here calling in for the first time. Bro, can you hear me? Oh, I don't think he's there.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah. Danny, what do you want to talk about, brother?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Fred is shit. Fred is absolutely shit.
Right, what's made you say that?
No, he's just awful. He's awful. We're missing Pogba, yeah? You know, shit as well. Lindelof is crap. Martial has been awful. Martial, my Musa, he's been crap.
Oh God, I don't even know where to start. Like Fred, in terms of Fred, right? Like he's pissing me off as well. Actually, to be honest, that's what I was asking you. But it's passing, man. Like it's just like don't get me wrong, he's good at winning the ball back and stuff. But in terms of when you're playing against a team that's gonna sit back and just park the balls, Fred's almost pointless, isn't he? Really?
McTominay is better than him, man. I'll be honest. McTominay is better. McTominay is much better than him. Maguire, my slabhead, flipping. He's got a square of a head. He can't head us straight. He's crap. The whole team's crap, man. Ole is crap as well. I don't know what to say, man. It's Pogba. We must see Pogba.
Yeah, no, Pogba's definitely a huge miss for us without a shadow of a doubt, man. Yeah. But in terms of some of the other players that you not mentioned, do you think we're too reliant on Bruno then? Because obviously, you know, Bruno gets the goal again, brilliant goal from him. But you know, apart from that, nobody's done anything really. Fucking hell. Right, okay, obviously that's gonna happen if you fucking do the live fan call issues. I knew it was a flipping troll. I could sense it. But anyways, let's carry on with the show. If you wanna come in and call in, Got to be honest, I don't really know why I bothered. But yeah, so I'm just gonna. Oh, Daddy. To be fair, I knew you were trolling, but I thought I'd give you a chance in it. But listen, that aside, let's finish off the show. So, regarding individual performance, I'm going to go through the team. We haven't done play ratings in a while, so I'm just going to do play ratings while we're here. While we're waiting for potentially another call, because you can do. So, first and foremost, let's start with David De Gea. Get your play ratings in the chat. And then obviously we'll take it from there. First and foremost, David De Gea. Can't really give him anything more than a 6. In fact, he made that brilliant save, didn't he? Saving Maguire's ass. I do personally think he could have potentially come and collected the ball for their goal. Kojo felt I was being too harsh, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so I'm gonna go 6. Let me know what you think for David De Gea. Right back, Wan-Bissaka. Dear. Wan-Bissaka again 6. Didn't really do anything wrong. Didn't really do anything brilliant. Could have potentially got an assist on another day. Moving on to the defense, centre backs Maguire and Lindelof. Fucking hell, where do I start with these guys? Where do I start, Danny? Where do I start? Yeah, I got fucking. I don't even know what to say. Maguire. I don't think Maguire was as bad as Lindelof. I must admit. I thought, like I already mentioned, Maguire offered more going forward than some of the other guys that we got in the team. Was has gone from Maguire 3. Let us know what you lot think. Maguire's rating in the chat. I'm going to give Maguire a 4, only because in his first half, I actually thought he had a good game in terms of moving the ball forward. Lindelof is very straightforward. I'm going to give him a 1. Yeah, what do I want to say? He got absolutely bullied by the goal. Throughout the whole game, he's getting stupid free kicks away, holding onto the ball for so fucking long. Like, just absolutely shambolic, really. What else is there to say about, like, I don't know what else to say. There's absolutely nothing else to add to that. But yeah, moving on to left back, Luke Shaw getting the assist again. I'm just going to give him a 7. Got an assist, tried his best to obviously make something happen as he always does. But again, no support whatsoever. Centre defensive mid. Fred McTominay. I don't even know what to give them. I'm gonna give them both a 5 because I don't think they were shocking, but they just don't offer enough. All these tactics absolute dog shit. Bruno 6 because he scored. Apart from that, did he really do anything else? Potentially a 7, but I don't really think he had any impact on the game. Left wing, Martial has to be a 1. Oba 1-0. Thank you for that update, Hamza. But yeah, Martial out of 10 has to be a 1. You can't get anything higher than a 1. It's literally impossible. Had absolutely no impact on the game whatsoever. Marcus Rashford, I'm going to give him a 3. I don't think he had much of an impact as well. Hamza was saying he put in a couple of decent crosses, which I suppose you can make the case that he did. But yeah, apart from that, I'd expect more from him. Cavani, absolutely no service. I'm going to give him a 4 because I can't even blame him. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, what can we give Ole? Ole, line-wise, I'm not going to begrudge him because I don't think it was the wrong setup. You could argue that Greenwood had to start, but again, I'm not going to begrudge him over that. I think the approach was absolutely diabolical from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So I'm gonna just give him a flipping 5. Like 5. I don't know. I don't want to give him anything worse. Cavani a 5 according to Hamza. Fair enough. I think I'll give him a 4 because they had no impact. Ole, I'm going to give him a 5. Wass's give him a 6. I think 5 may be harsh, but I don't really care. Did you watch Maguire's interview after the game? Akil discussing he should not be the club captain. No, I did not actually. I haven't seen Maguire's interview after the game. Today has brought me, bro. Daniel, come speak to me, man. The link is on my Twitter page. Come hit the link. Daniel, get yourself involved. Call in, bro. I want to hear from you, man. Honestly, I'm not seeing your video yet. Obviously, I normally watch your videos first when we flipping winning it, but obviously, I can imagine you're not in the best of moods. But yeah, I'm just gonna break it down. This is my perspective on the game. First and foremost, right? Maguire and Lindelof. How many times are they going to Solskjaer have we fucking seen this partnership and it's not worked? People can say there's been games that it has worked. We have got 31. We have conceded 31 goals, which is the same amount of goals as Fulham. We've conceded the same amount of goals as a team sat in relegation zone. Not to mention that said team, Fulham, Ruben Loftus-Cheek tore us a new one in that game. And we literally got away with not conceding late on in that game as well. Today, got away with not conceding late on as well. So the defense, oh my god, like, I'm not going to blame Wan-Bissaka. Sure, I know. Coach in particular criticizes Wan-Bissaka positioning, and I'm here for that. I understand why you would criticize him, but You can't, because he's a young lad. He's playing with absolute donkeys next to him, and they're meant to be leaders, and they're just leaving him exposed constantly. He's been told to go further up the pitch. So I'm not going to blame Wamsaka, but centre backs, fucking hell. We paid 80 million for Maguire. 80 million. We could have bought Sancho, right? We could have bought Sancho and had, I don't know, Tuan Sabi playing defense, and there wouldn't be that much of a difference. And we would have been amazing going forward. Like, don't get me wrong, Maguire does have his attributes in terms of winning the ball. He does it quite regularly, but his leadership is dog shit. And Lindelof alongside him, fuck my life. Bailly got 2 man of the matches with those incredible blocks, right? And we haven't seen him since. People can say he got injured while he was fit to play for this game. So he's on the bench. So I'm not listening to that utter bullshit. So defense, honest to God, it's not even close to being good enough. I'm not going to answer any calls because it's just going to be pranks, obviously. Because you guys are people that don't normally come on the show. So it's probably people from a school that I teach. I don't even know. But anyways, yeah, it's just not good. Defensively, absolutely shambolic. Midfield. A lot of people have said this already, and I am going to say it as well. What on earth? Oh, Hamza, okay, I'm going to answer your call because obviously I know who you are. Fiza, EU, bro, don't even bother with the prank. I can't be asked. But, you know, it's all good. Thank you, innit, for tuning in anyways. But, yeah, let's just get Hamza on, and obviously I'll get my thoughts on, bro. Manchester United won. Oh, man got the Among Us picking up. Is that me, you going back to back? Bro, go on, man. Talk to me. Someone just pranked me. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's just now.
Was it the Danny guy?
Yeah. Do you know him?
No idea. Do you know him?
No. I think probably someone like teaching him. But anyways, that aside, yo, bro, go and talk to me. What you saying?
Oh, what can you say, Usmaan? I don't know, man. These guys have become... Well, you know what? I knew it'll happen eventually. I knew it. We were so happy. We thought we'd have a good run, and then out of nowhere, they lose to Sheffield United, and then you think, you know what, it's a blip. It's not going to happen. We're not going to drop points like that again. And then they draw Everton, and then they draw today. So, well, how much points is that we've lost? Just out of nothing, really. Just upset. But you know what, I'm not bothered anymore. I'm telling you that now. You know, Man City have ran away with it. 10 points clear when they win that game in hand. And we're just not good enough, and that's simple as that.
Yeah, we were never going to catch Man City anyways, man. With their defense,
I wanted to be at least like up there a bit with some dignity, but the way these guys have just bottled it now, and I just don't understand. It all starts from the back. Maguire, Lindelof again. I just don't understand. That partnership is shocking. Lindelof, that mistake. I don't know how he didn't sort that out. That header, I don't understand. He's got the advantage. He's goal side. I'm sure he was like, you know.
Yeah, you know, he had the advantage. The guy literally bullied him to get that goal.
He got absolutely he destroyed him. He didn't bully him. He destroyed him. He made him look silly. And then just in general, we just need a better partnership. Bailey, I don't know why he's not been in the team. When he came for that spell, he was brilliant. So I don't understand what Ollie's playing at. And just in general, we got all the possession today, and they don't do nothing with the ball. I don't understand. It's like if Man City were there today with all that possession, you'd see how they cut open that team.
100%. We didn't look like we were going to score. Like Bruno's goals come from, you know, a Luke Shaw cross.
It was a brilliant goal, I know.
Yeah, it wasn't like a fantastic cross from Shaw. Obviously, gets an assist, but it was all Bruno really in terms of
improvisation from Bruno on his weak foot. It's not like he's come from like 5 passages of play. Like you know what I mean. Like there's nothing. I don't remember us having a spell of like good football. Like you know we've got 2 good passes and 1 like you know nothing like that. Nothing.
Yeah, no, 100%. I completely agree with you, man. Like, you've got comments here. I don't know if you've seen this. We have got someone waiting to call him, but I don't know if he's pranking me or not. He's claiming that he's a fan. I don't even know anymore. But
bro, I'm a fan. Fears.
I don't know. He could be pranking me. To be fair, I don't really care that much if he is. But it's crack up in it. I've actually got people coming to prank me. You know, it's just crack.
That's all right. That shows you're growing. We're growing.
I must have some relevancy. But anyways, yeah, coming back to the game. Honest to God, like in terms of the style of play, like we've been playing shit for a while. We got a comment here, right, from a kid. I'm assuming you've seen the Maguire interview. Have you seen it or not?
I did, but I didn't pay much attention.
All right, so here we go. He's put the quotes here. So this is what Maguire said. So he was saying we are not getting any referee decisions our way lately, and playing against referees and VAR. I don't agree with that at all. I don't understand people criticizing Lindelof and De Gea. This is Maguire's words.
He said that. Yeah.
First and foremost, the decisions. What decision is referring to? Because it's not a pen.
He's not about the penalty. The penalty.
It's not a pen though.
I mean, you know what? In fact, I did see that. I was watching after the game, and I wasn't paying attention, but I did see Maguire talk about the penalty, and he did say that he doesn't understand how it's not a penalty, and how he said he was so confident that it would not get overturned. So he was very confident. He said he was goal side. He was near the net. He got touched on his ankles and his shoulder, and he was pulled back. So he said it's a clear penalty.
I feel like he was offside, to be honest. Like,
he was offside. I'm sure he was offside.
I thought he was offside. I thought he was gone down too softly. Like, for me, I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say that's a pen, because I think that's too soft. Because the amount of times that happens in a game, so you're telling me you're not to, like, I don't know about I don't know about the ankle trip, because we didn't really get a chance to see that. If he has tripped his ankle, then obviously he's a pen.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's offside, anyways. Like, but
I thought he was offside as well.
But that's what are your thoughts regarding his other comments saying that basically that, you know, Lindelof and De Gea aren't at fault, or why people criticize him?
Well, obviously he's going to defend his players, and obviously them two are his, like, you know, who he plays with most, because he's at the back. He's his partners, them two. So he's obviously going to defend them. You can't blame a player for defending his teammates, but they need to wake up. They need to admit to their faults. If he's not going to say, then they better come out and tweet it or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not acceptable, man. Like, all the goals we concede are literally like mistakes. Like, literally mistakes.
That's what I don't understand. I don't get it. And it's like, forget the goals. I just don't understand. Like, if you have all the ball, why can we not play to a decent style of football? I don't understand. What is the style? I don't get it. Is it just against the small teams they can't play because they can't counter attack because we've got all the ball? We've got all the ball. They haven't got the quality to, like, break a team down. And if we had fast centre backs, we could play a higher line, so it'll force them to at least go into their half, go into their box. But we play so deep sometimes because our defenders can't. They can't, like, you know. They can't do it too slow. They're too slow. That's what I'm trying to say. They're too slow.
We have to play deep, because obviously there's just one ball over the top and they'll get shafted for pace.
Exactly, I know.
Especially against man like Vardy and these guys.
That's what happened. In fact, it happened, Usmaan. Do you remember when the Maitland-Niles was through and then he messed up?
Yeah, he bottled it, actually. He bottled it. Yeah.
You know what? When he bottled that, I knew it, because he's fucking shit.
The thing is, right, I don't even think we deserve to get a draw. Like, people can say, yeah, I'll be dominant the game, but
they should have scored twice.
I know McTominay's got one clean off the line, but come on, man, it's West Brom. These guys are second to bottom, right? And they've been absolute dog shit. We got a comment from OS, actually, so I'm gonna put it on the screen before he hits me with a rap battle, innit? City still got a tough run. If they drop points, please don't think United will still have a chance. # Jose.
Oh my god!
At least he's put Jose in and the Spurs prick. But in terms of moving forward, man, like, I actually saw a stat. I saw it put on this chat when I was doing the show earlier on this show, and they said since Pogba's got injured, so since Pogba's not played a game, right?
Yeah.
We haven't won a game in 90 minutes. So we won against West Ham, didn't we, in extra time?
Yeah.
But we haven't won a game in 90 minutes. We've just drawn.
Well, that says everything. With the creativity's gone out of the team, the spark's gone out of the team. Pogba, he used to at least get the ball.
That's one player, man.
Exactly. He used to at least get the ball from defense to attack. And them long balls, he did very accurate. I'm sure Fred tried one time and just started laughing because he just hit it straight to the keeper.
Oh my god, Fred's passing. Can we just talk about how bad Fred's passing?
You know what? It's actually upsetting, because his job, what he does, is actually decent. He's not too bad at it.
Yeah, he's good at it.
If he had a good ball on him, he could, like, you know, contribute in that sort of the game. He'd be a better player, but obviously he hasn't got it. So we need to upgrade on Fred. We need to upgrade on a lot of players, to be honest. Maguire and Lindelof are both not good enough. I don't know what we can do about Maguire.
That's over 100 million, by the way.
We bought Maguire for 80 million. Who's going to buy him in this day? Who's going to buy him for, like, less than
Lindelof is 35?
No one will buy Maguire for more than 50 million. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, no, 100%. We got a few comments, obviously, you know, people agree with you and stuff. In terms of Fred, right, like, let's see, get this comment up, because it's obviously Akil again. What does a midfielder or pivot of Fred and McTominay offer against a low block? Cavani, Rashford, and Bruno kept making the runs, and nobody could pick a pass. Missing Pogba massively. Like, in terms of moving forward, because Pogba's not coming back anytime soon. You know, what do we do? Because we got a game on Thursday that it's our only chance of winning a cup, really. The Europa League and the FA Cup. It's our only two chances. So, like, we have to win this game, really. So, like, moving forward, what do you want to see, man, from the team?
Well, they need to pick themselves back up, obviously. They need to go over the mistakes, etc. And then they need to... I think Bailey needs to... Is Bailey injured or something? I don't understand.
He's on the bench. He's not injured.
So he needs to come back in, for God's sake, in the Europa League at least. Bring him in. Give him some game time. I don't know why he's out the game. And then anyway, just get Bailey back in. Try... God, Usmaan, I don't know. You tell me. I don't know.
Well, no, no, I completely agree with what you're saying actually. But this is also a good comment. To be fair, we were playing like this in a lot of matches before Pogba. Well, when Pogba was fit and Bruno was bailing us out before. This is the problem because, like,
Yeah, I agree.
you know, we're relying too much on individual brilliance. Like, obviously Bruno today, but how many games did Pogba win for us? He got a penalty against Aston Villa. Which Bruno scored, which made it 2-1. He scores that worldie against West Ham. We go on to win that game. He scores that worldie against Fulham. There was another game in that I can't remember on the top of my head.
And his left foot as well,
yeah, exactly. So, like, we've just been getting bailed out by individual play. Rashford scores that deflected goal against Wolves in the last kick of game.
Usmaan, end of the day, we've been bailed out a lot. He's right. That comment, I agree with that. We've been bailed out a lot. At the end of the day, we will never ever challenge. Never mind win the league. We won't challenge properly to a good extent with that defense, with that back four. Shaw, I like Shaw now. I was wrong on Luke Shaw. I want him to stay. He's brilliant, Luke Shaw. But Wan-Bissaka, he's 1-to-1 defending. He's good, but his positional and stuff like that is not good enough, to be honest.
Yeah,
and
he's
even
only
on the ball,
21 though. He's 21.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? I'll give him benefit of the doubt. Wan-Bissaka and Shaw, they're fine.
Yeah.
The two centre halves, they're meant to be senior players. They're meant to be the leaders. The captain, Maguire. They are useless. I can't believe we signed him for 80 million British
I wanted him as well. That's the worst
I did.
thing.
I was happy. I thought, you know what? He's a big unit. He's a big unit.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy, man.
Usmaan, for Leicester, he used to actually play with the ball at his feet. He looked comfortable as well. Now he's got the ball at his feet. I'm thinking, is he got two left feet? I don't understand. He can't play football. It just makes no sense.
Yeah, no, it's an absolute shambles, man. Look, for me personally, as he said, man, it's difficult to see where we're headed, but we've got a big game on Thursday. Wasps bring Tuanzebe and Bayern. I don't know about that one.
Oh, Tuanzebe is useless as well.
Tuanzebe, to try again, he's gone through a bit of a rough patch in it, so I don't really want to be too critical on him. Obviously, another person that's going through a rough patch, your boy Martial, man. I'm just going to talk to him.
Oh, Martial, what can I say? You know what? You know what's frustrating about him? Technique and all the ability. He's got all the ability. He's got all the technique. He's got the finishing. He's got the dribbling. He just hasn't got the work rate. And if he's got the work rate, Usmaan, I know you don't like when I say that, but I fully believe his work rate is not good enough.
Well, at the moment, he's getting humiliated by Cavani, so I can't even defend him.
Exactly, and I always knew, in my heart that if someone like Cavani came in, obviously I didn't predict Cavani to come in, no one predicted that, but I'm just saying if someone like Cavani came in, a proper striker, he will be exposed because his work rate is shocking. And he's got all the ability. That's the thing. Form, ability is always going to stay there. Form is temporary. Class is permanent. His quality, we know what he can do.
Yeah.
But in terms of work rate, that should always be consistent. The work rate should never be like up and down. It should always be 100%. When they step on that pitch, they're wearing our...
Oh, God. I kind of feel like we kept Lingard, man. I really do. Like, at least he offered... I feel like I'm kind of wishing we kept Lingard, man, because at least he offers something. Do you know what I mean? Like, even if he has bad games, he'll run about, man. He'll get... Like, obviously, people can say it's not about like running about and stuff, but in terms of his movement off the ball, he'll try and make things happen. Martial at the moment, man.
Yeah, like today, I think Rashford put a ball in. Cavani ran to the near post.
Martial's got to be there, man.
To try and make space behind him, and then the space there behind him is for Martial, but Martial wasn't there.
Yeah, exactly. It was poor. Exactly. That's what I was just saying that before you came as well. Like, it was not good enough. Sterling scores that. Sterling definitely scores that 100% because he's there. Because
they run in, man. They do.
Yeah, and then people will be saying he's a tapping merchant. But at least I'm going to get this guy on. He might prank me in it, but...
All right, I'm going to stay on and watch what he does.
All right, safe. So, because I'll get you back on if he doesn't it. So I'll just give it a second. All right, safe. Right, okay, let's get him on there because he's sat here patiently. I know he's going to prank me, but at least make it funny in it because obviously we need cheating up in it. So yeah, let's go. Right, okay, Fiza, it's your opportunity, bro. If you're going to prank me, at least make it funny in it. So what you saying, brother?
Yeah, firstly, my boy Gab's going to become a Hafiz, so shout out to him. And
okay.
Pogba!
Oh, come on, lads. At least make it funny, man. Fuck yeah. Oh, God. It's so obvious it's a prank, man. Lads, if you're going to prank, right, yeah, which is fine. I don't even care. Like, I couldn't care less if you're going to prank. But at least make it funny, man. That's dead, man. You bottled it. Fucking knew it. Fucking bottled it. It's proper white, man. I can tell.
Oh,
Man.
that was rubbish. I was expecting fireworks.
I was kind of egging him on. I was hoping for a bit
I was
better,
expecting fireworks and explosions. He goes,
Idiot. What kind of put I think it's the kids that I teach at one of the schools. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like that's crack. I don't know how to find my YouTube channel, but I hope you subscribe, you little shit, so otherwise you get detention. But yeah, let's talk about Ollie in it before I let you go on it, because I've got to ask you in it. We've got a comment. Akil's on fire with the comments here. We will not win a title under Ollie unless he changes the coaching staff, bring established people he can move the club forward with, or whatever he said. Whilst it's getting rated with the price, it's not that deep. Yeah, but Hamza, what are your thoughts on Ollie, man?
Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer. What do I think of Ollie? I was Ollie in for a long time, Usmaan. You know that.
Yeah. You just spent Ollie out after me, innit? After me, I think.
Yeah, I was Ollie in for a long time because I fully believe in the way he's approached this absolute shit the club's been left in by Jose and the previous managers. And the way he's done it is the right way. He's got rid of the deadwood that we didn't like. He was trying to sign players who would fit the system, such as Bruno, etc. So in terms of that, he knows what he's doing. But in terms of actually managing a team, coaching a team, well, he can manage a game, but I don't think he can coach the team. That's the thing. There's a difference.
Yeah.
He can't coach the players to become the best version of themselves, and he can't coach the team to play a style of football because he hasn't got the experience as a proper manager does. So, such as today, when we need to we need to be on the full attack mode when we're the team with the possession. He needs to know how to approach that game, and he also needs to know how to approach a game where we need to defend and counter, etc. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
So basically, Ollie, I don't think we'll ever win the league with him. I think what he's done is better than what Josie did for us, better than what Van Gaal did, better than what Moyes did. In the way he's approached. So I'm not going to disrespect him ever because he's tried his best, but we won't win the league under him because he's too naive. He's too nice. He's too laid back. He doesn't. If you're gonna be inexperienced, at least get on the sidelines and shout, because the inexperienced managers, they don't need the base. What I'm trying to say is the managers who are experienced will sit down because they know what they're doing. They know what they've told their team. They don't need to stand up there and start screaming and stuff like that. They don't need to do that. The players already know. But Ollie, Usmaan, do you really believe that these players listen to him fully? They can trust him? I don't feel like they do, man. If Fergie has given you instructions, you got to do the instructions because he will kill you. But they're not scared. They're not.
They are playing for you. I think I'll give him that. We're just going to quickly answer this before I carry on. Hamza Papa, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Hamza.
Pape. Yeah, we are taking more calls. If you are pranking us about me, make it at least funny in it. So, come on, at least give us something to laugh about. But yeah, in terms of Ali, man, I just think for me, I do think the players listen to him. I just don't think there's any proper instructions. Like you saw in the second half, that 15 minutes. Did you watch the game? I don't know if you watched the game or not, but in fact, you are. Obviously, you're at home, aren't you? Probably patient. That first 15 minutes in the second half, it's quite evident that he's told him to play on the front four. He gave McTominay the license to go further forward. He's disconnected by the current talking. Gave McTominay the license to go further forward, join the attack, and then that's come down to Ollie because Ollie's obviously changed something at half time and it worked for 15 minutes. My issue is why they're not doing that for the whole 90 minutes or at least large parts of the game. It's just it's not consistent though.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I don't know if you heard what I said. So I was saying the 15 minutes after this, in the second half, the first 15 minutes, so that 45 to 60th minute, we looked like we were attacking because Ollie's obviously said something to him in the dressing room and told him to come in more bodies forward. And I actually thought we were going to win the game. At that point, I thought we were going to score the goal and then obviously eventually we get the third. To be honest, I was thinking we'd score a second and then they're going to score to make it 2-2. That's what I was thinking is going to happen, but obviously neither happened. But I just think in terms of Ollie, I completely agree with you. He's never going to win the league. He's done a very good job. Out of 10, I don't want to disrespect him as well because he's a legend, but out of 10, I'd probably give him a 6.5 touching the 7. Of what I wanted from someone to do because he steadied the ship, got rid of a lot of dead players, deadwood galore like Valencia, Fellaini, Young, Herrera, although people has bought class him as deadwood, whatever. Just loads of players like Sanchez don't want to be here, Lukaku, the list is endless, man. So many people that don't want to be here. So Smalling as well has got rid of Smalling, got rid of Rojo.
I'll tell you one thing, though. I'll tell you one thing. Smalling is better than these two we got at the moment.
Smalling's better than Lindelof, man. He has to be. He's not good with his feet.
He is, of course, he is. He definitely is, yeah.
He's not good with his feet, don't get me wrong, but he's definitely better than Lindelof, man.
As a defender, yeah, of course he is.
Yeah, no,
and under Van Gaal, I'm sorry, but I don't think Varane was better than Smalling under Van Gaal.
Legit, man, legit. I probably even linked to Varane and Ramos, and there's people saying that. There's people saying I wouldn't take either. Fuck off, get these pricks out. Oh my god, I'd give them. I'd do a straight swap for Ramos. Maguire, don't care how old Ramos is. Maguire can leg it, man. But like, yeah, I hear you, man. And under Oli, man, like. We're not going to win the league, but he's done a brilliant job in setting us up for the next manager, whoever that is.
And you know what? If Oli did stay, let's imagine he did. He needs a better staff with him.
Yeah, someone's putting here, and he's proper coaching staff. On the other podcast, I don't even know when we recorded it. The other day, I think it was Friday, we recorded a podcast, right? And one of the lads on the podcast told me and Koja goes, I don't know if you know this, but half of my United backroom staff is from Cardiff.
Well, there's your answer then. There's your answer.
It's from his coaching staff is from Cardiff. He's brought him from Cardiff when he was there.
Well, there you go.
You've got Manchester United, got Cardiff's coaching staff. Can you believe that?
Well, that's shocking. That's the answers for you because these guys are not. They're not Premier League level, top of the winning. Well, Premier League.
Got relegated.
They're not exactly got relegated, and they're not winning the league level. You can't win the league with this stuff.
Yeah, 100%. Man, they're just not good enough at the end of the day. And obviously, Pep Guardiola is obviously pissed to leave. But yeah, Hamza, listen, I'm going to wrap it there. Obviously, I'm going to just do my last couple of minutes. You're going to jump on card, yeah? So,
all right, then.
Get Gaza.
I'll text Gaza.
Get Gaza. Let me wrap up this thing. I'm jumping straight on like it.
All right, then. Pal.
All right, I'll catch you in a bit. Barbie. Right, okay. Anyways, I'm not going to take any more calls. Because I'm going to wrap up the show. I'm just going to give my 2 cents regarding the result, the game, etc. Then we're going to wrap it. A lot of good callers today, a couple of prank calls, but, it's all part and parcel of the show. As always, make sure if you haven't already subscribed to the channel for more content, drop a like. I don't even know what day of the week it is. It's Sunday, isn't it? So Monday, tomorrow, we're back with the Rival Fan podcast. We've got a stacked lineup for you boys and girls. Make sure you tune in, man. It's going to be a good show. Hopefully, we can get a Liverpool fan on mic to replace Lawless. I don't think Lawless can make it, but everybody else is there. Kish is there, Kojo's there, and Kale's there. So it's going to be a good show. Obviously, also currently winning, so I'm assuming Kale is going to be in good spirits. As always, make sure you stay tuned for more content. My thoughts, yeah, Oli got it wrong today in moments. However, defenders have to be liable for the mistakes, i.e. the first goal. I just want to see... some identity. I want to see some patterns of play. I feel like I say the same thing every week. Like I really do. Like for me personally, what is the identity of Manchester United Football Club? It's very simple. That I just don't think we have that. Slabhead played better going forward than Martial. I've already said this back in red. Completely agree. Martial, you guys know me. Martial, I'm a huge fan of Martial, but he has been nothing short of an absolute joke. He's not been good enough. Like nowhere near good enough for what you'd expect from Man United footballer. And at the moment, I can't defend him, and I won't defend him. At the end of the day, I think what I've realised the most is we need to stop with the favouritism of certain players, certain individuals, and we need to worry about the club. And at the moment, Maguire, Lindelof, Martial are not pulling the weight, first and foremost. De Gea's not really pulling his weight of late, although overall I thought he's had a good season. Who else is there? I suppose Fred, passing-wise, he's not been good enough. He's giving the ball away cheaply. Although he's winning the ball back, we are missing Pogba. But again, that's one player. You got Liverpool missing half the team, and then you can't sit and say, "Oh, we ain't got Pogba." We like someone rightly said earlier. Even with Pogba in the team, the performances weren't there. So you got to look at the coaching. Are the players being coached in the correct manner defensively? Are they being coached to deal with set pieces? It looks like we're doing this half zonal, half man marking, and it's not going to work. It's not worked all season. At some point you've got to think, when are we going to change it? Because surely if it's not working, it's like doing the same thing, expecting a different result. As we say, the definition of insanity, which it definitely is at the moment. In terms of moving forward, for me personally, I just don't see where we are going. I really don't. In terms of what we're playing for, we're literally playing for the top four. I really hope we do something in the Europa League or the FA Cup, because that's our only hope of any happiness. Finishing top 4 is definitely needed. Of course it is. I'm not going to say it's not. But even if Ali does finish top 4, if he doesn't win a trophy for me, he has to get sacked. I said that at the start of the season, and I've said that consistently throughout the season. This squad is good enough for me to be challenging in competitions. And I think we need to start doing that. Otherwise, you got to look at the manager, because you can't silently out the whole team in one window. Players like Martial have to step up. Martial has to be on the bench for me against Real Sociedad. I don't think he's done anything to warrant a start over Greenwood, who actually looked quite bright against Everton. And even when he came on, he just looked overall better with the touches that he was making. So, fair play to him. Moving forward, Cavani, no chances. Like, making great movement off the ball, creating space, as Hamza rightly said, for other individuals who are not exploiting that space. You've got a player in Cavani who's an absolute master in movement, and you got players around him that aren't really utilising that. He's dragging defenders left, right, and centre, spaces for other players to occupy, and they're not hungry. Martial's not hungry. If that's Heung-min Son, he's there, scores. Like, Martial, you got to compare Martial to Heung-min Son, man. At the end of the day, okay, like, they're the people in his position, and he's even remotely close to them. He's not, and that is a level we need to have. Like, you got Grealish, you got Mane, who's not really done well, but someone's bring Kane, Grealish, and Ndidi into the team. If that happened, then you might as well give us the Premier League title. But look, just like, even if we got Grealish there, he'll make something happen. He'll cross the ball and get an assist. Like, he's got that swagger about him. Martial has lost that. Obviously, his confidence is shot. And Rashford on the right wing, it just doesn't work. For whatever reason, he can't play there. And you're killing him as well. Put Martial on the right wing if you have to shoehorn him into the team. But you can't put Rashford on the right wing, because I don't think it's fair on him either, because he's actually done all right this season in terms of statistically. So you'd rather favourite Rashford than Martial at the moment. It's just a no-brainer. But moving forward, we'll see what happens. I've got no hope, really. The only really happiness at the moment is that other teams around us are dropping points as well. You got, Leicester won, but you got Liverpool dropping points. Chelsea looking a threat now. Spurs are dropping points quite comfortably. Man City there. Arsenal 2-0 up according to Viking Red. Again, Arsenal, I'm not really worried about them. They're nowhere near us. But in terms of, having some form of impact moving forward, I just don't know where we are at the moment. And that is a worrying sign. We're not going to catch up to Man City. The season's literally done. But, we did better than last season in that sense. We've got to kick on. One win in 5 games. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. I'm not mad. I'm not screaming, because for me personally, I'm not surprised. And I think that's the most damning thing. I've been saying it for a long time now. Our performances have not been to the standard of what you'd expect from this football club. And I think for me personally, you've got to do more. You've got to put in performances where the fans sit back and think, no, we played well today. Against Everton, no, we drew that game. And I don't blame the defence. I did not blame Ollie at all. I thought Ollie set us up in the right way. We played good football. The defence let us down. And I will give him credit where he's due. Against Everton, I don't think he made a mistake, really. The only one arguably was subbing Twan Sabian, which obviously resulted in him giving a free kick away, which cost us the game then. But again, can you blame on Ollie? Twan Sabian's got to use his own initiative not to give that free kick away. Today, substitution is very late. Martial should have went off 60th minute. Max got subbed off at like 65th, touching 70th. Van de Beek comes on with 10 minutes to go. Like, we're dominating the ball. Like, you could have taken a risk, but you didn't want to. Where's Mata? Why is Mata on the bench? He's not injured, so surely Mata could have done something coming off the bench against the team that's parking the balls. Diallo's not on the bench. You've got 4 defenders on the bench. Again, I don't understand why. Just little things like that, man. He needs to fix up, Ollie. You can't be doing stuff like that. When are you going to learn from your mistakes? You're making the same mistakes over and over again. Because it's all in my head now. He's making the same mistakes, man. Like, literally, he's not really learning. Lindelof, Maguire, it's not going to work, brother. It's not going to work. I don't know what you can do, but just do something else, man. Just roll the dice, mix it up, do something. They've been shocking for us this season. But yeah, listen, I'm going to wrap it there. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much to everyone who's called in. Obviously, the prank callers. By all means, do what makes you happy. I don't really care. I'm not gonna get too emotional over it. It's not that deep. By all means, it is what it is. Back tomorrow, Monday night, 7 p.m. Round Farm Podcast. It's going to be a good show. Obviously, Arsenal winning, so they're in good spirits. And obviously, the other teams around us have probably done well as well. Chelsea, etc. have got to play tonight. Hopefully, Chelsea drop points. I think I'm a bit worried about Chelsea. Leeds are losing 3-0 now, while Arsenal are fully slapping them. But anyways, it's been your boy Usmaan. Catch you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Peace!